Thank you for the likes. Thank you. How's everyone doing today? Green, thank you for the share. Hey, Maddie. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it and liking it. How's your Sunday going? Nice, Maddie. It's nice to have a nice lazy day. Yeah, this is a coaster set that I'm doing. Thank you. Hippie, thank you for the follow. Thank you for sharing it too. Esteban, thank you for the follow. Melissa, thanks for the follow. Snoozing hard. Michelle, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm doing Pinhead after this one. I was saving him for last. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I've burned him once, and it was very tedious, but it was a smaller piece, I think, that I did. So maybe this slightly larger image will be a bit easier. Lonely Spaces and Places. Thank you for the follow. I started burning in 2019, and I took last year off from it. So I just recently resumed wanted to get back into it. Kimberly, thank you for the follow. Oh, nice. How you liking it so far? I mean, if you're just wanting to, do you let's see, do you currently wood burn, or are you looking to start wood burning? Thank you, Kimberly. Well, I have a lot of practice, and if you have any background in drawing or anything, like it becomes a lot easier, faster. Oh, engraving's really cool. I started out on like the walnut hollow kit that I got at like Hobby Lobby, and that one is pretty good to learn on. I just recommend, like, I currently use the Coalwood Olympiad, which is, I think, their highest one that they have. Hey, Firebird. Thanks, Firebird. Have a great day. But Walter, if you just want to play around with it, I would just get like one of the cheap kits at a art supply store, the ones with the interchangeable tips, because that's where you get to really play around with it. Some of them just have like one fixed tip, and those, you're very limited to what you can do with that in comparison. But the main difference is that these have the thinner tips, so they heat up and cool down a lot faster. Whereas the ones with the thicker tips, like, it does take a little bit of time for it to heat up all the way, and you have like high and low, I think, on the settings, where mine has like 1 through 10. But you don't have to worry as much about bending the tips, which is good if you're just starting out. Because I think I actually need to replace this one soon. I think these run for like $25 a tip or something like that. Right on, Walter. Yeah, I started an apprenticeship in a tattoo shop like 20 years ago, but I decided it wasn't really for me. But all kinds of art. I have so many different mediums that I've like, oh, I'll just try this, and then I buy all the stuff for it, and I have so many things, half-started projects and all that. Kimberly, you definitely should try it. I'm actually considering, I'm trying to figure out how to do it the best way for people to access it and follow along. I thought about doing lessons in wood burning or drawing or painting or something. Kind of like the Bob Ross of wood burning. Just trying to figure out the best way to do that, because I know a lot of people are nervous about trying it, and I make mistakes while I'm doing it. I'm still always learning, so like definitely like to ease people into it if they're nervous about trying it, teaching them techniques to make it easier on them and all that. So definitely, if you want to try it, don't get a board that you know, like a really nice board that you want to do a project on. Get some test pieces. Like, you can buy a pack of like these for like a couple bucks. And I keep these just for like testing it out, just to try different techniques, different, you know, shading lines and all that. That's a great way to just break the ice on that, you know, and just, you know, mess around with it. And then whenever you figure out what you can and can't do with the tool that you're using, then you apply it to like an actual piece. That's the best way, just to dive into it. Hey, Severed Art, how you doing? Walter, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I actually messaged Colewood. I haven't heard back from him, so probably because of the holidays and all that, why they may not be interested. I asked them about like teaming up, since I do like, you know, let people know like what tool I'm using and stuff. But as far as like setting up like lessons and stuff, it'd be cool to like get some discounted stuff, because they have like some cheaper models too that are really good too, to start out on and stuff. I get that, Kimberly. Yeah, and definitely, I'm all over the place. This just happens to be my recent like fixation in art. Yeah, Batman, it's wood burning. What kind of portraits are you doing? No, this is one of the Cenobites. She looks really rough right now. I just kind of blocked off her face. I haven't started shading her face yet. I'm doing Hellraiser IV characters. Thank you, Batman. That's what's up, Walter. Like, if I didn't have my 9 to 5, I would have my entire apartment covered in projects. Like, I would have to buy tables just to lay them all out, because I hop between projects. Like, if I'm painting, I usually have 2 or 3 paintings going at once, because I want to keep going. So I'll work on another one while the other paint dries. And then like all the different mediums, and there's just I get in creative moods, and I have to do all the art for as long as possible. Yeah, ADHD for the win for sure. Thank you, Batman. I actually was talking about doing a Batman one, because I used to watch the cartoon after school, and I really liked the cartoon, but also some of the movies. Like, I'd really like to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to do like one of the different versions of Batman or something like that, or, you know, the different villains. Some portraits are just harder than others. Sometimes I can do like an excellent job, and then the next one, like, there's a certain feature or something that I'm not like, or like maybe it's like a hairstyle or something that I don't quite like grasp. Yeah, Walter, that's probably one of my favorites, is Keaton's. Nice. Yeah, I think after I finish up this commission coaster set, I'm going to save the rest of my blank coasters for other commissions, and then I'm going to switch to slightly larger pieces and like try to do like you'll see in the background, I have my Mars Attacks that I got to do. And I have a Critters one I got to finish the background on. So I'm thinking about doing like bigger pieces like that for a while. They had wood on sale at Hobby Lobby, 40% off. So might have ordered some more wood. I did the coasters and I do magnets as well. Like I have this one from the Neverending Story set that I need to add it to. I just did a Neverending Story coaster set. And I was going to do a magnet for it. So I can post that on my Etsy. Yeah, this coaster set somebody's already bought and paid for. But I do, on my Etsy, I do have an option for custom coasters, and you can select one coaster or however many you want. And you can use the promo code TikTok to save 10% on your order. Yeah, I do 3 coats of polyurethane on these. I'll eventually start offering resin, like for an extra cost, but I just haven't got that set up yet. And I also offer like little stands for them. Like I have these in the stands for anyone who wants them but doesn't want to use them. Like I think the person that ordered this said they probably won't use it as a coaster, but they just... Yeah, that's the thing. Like with resin, like I used to do pours. Like I have a couple molds I think left, but I don't know. It was just a lot of cleanup. You had to make sure everything's set up perfect. I have a cat too, so he will find a way to put fur in it, I'm sure. I don't know if it would be faster than engraving necessarily, because like these backgrounds are what take me forever. I can turn it up and burn it faster, but it like burns down into the wood. And I try to do light layers just so it stays as level as possible. So these take me... Well, lately they've been taking me a little bit longer because there's been a lot of detail in these. So I would say between about 2 to 4 hours at this point to do a 4x4. Oh man, I see with resin, if I go to pour it, I mean, unless somebody's paying for it, if it's just something I'm doing just to mess around, if I pour it and something happens, I'm just done. I'm done with it. I'm not going to go back. I hate the sanding and the refinishing and all that. Yeah, and I don't really have like a level surface at the moment. So like doing resin, I feel like I would need like a table just for that I know for sure is level and all that. Let's see, Chuck. I don't currently have any bald eagle ones, but if you were interested in commissioning one, I can definitely do a bald eagle. Oh, 6 hours. We put some hours into our work. Other artists know. Non-artists, they don't understand. I'm not sure what these are made of. I was actually trying to look it up earlier. Some of the other pieces, I think it's birch that I use. Basswood's also another one that I guess is really good for burning. I'm trying to remember these things because I just buy it and don't pay attention. But it's definitely important to pay attention to, because like the harder the wood, the slower it burns, but you can sand it a lot smoother, so you'll get like the nicer, you know, like you see on this one, I was able to sand it and get some more of like the, well, I guess that's not a good example. I didn't sand that one as well. But some of these, like, they don't, if it's rougher, it's not a smooth shading process. So. I had just sanded down some ornament pieces. I'm trying to figure out what I want to put on them. Oh, I love cedar. That's like some of my favorite wood. I just haven't tried it. I wasn't, cause I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, plus wood's expensive. Yeah, I got a xenomorph. That's the second one I did. Another one is in a store in Hollywood right now. Yeah, like the Mars Attack one, that one's birch, I think. And so I'm really excited to burn on that one. Yeah, I'm trying to find, also, like, I know, like, I buy from, like, Hobby Lobby and stuff like that right now, but I'm trying to, because somebody suggested it, I can't remember who suggested it the other day, or last week or something, where they were asking if I had a supplier, like an independent supplier, which I wish I did. So if anyone on here sells wood, let me know, because I'd rather help somebody out than a big box store. You get any good rates of that sawmill? Yeah, see, that's where I don't know. I imagine so, because if there's any moisture in the wood, it doesn't burn right. Yeah, well, I just stocked up for now, but if the prices dip, let me know. Whew, that's gonna be a little tender right there. Right on the bone. No, I've got 21 tattoos. I think 21. I could, if you had a reference photo that you had in mind, that'd be cool. I mean, otherwise it'd take me a minute to draw that up. I imagine, yeah, as a kickboxer, be a little desensitized. I think the most painful one I had was on my ankle, but the dude that was doing it was very heavy-handed. He was an apprentice, and it is the tiniest tattoo, but it took this dude like 2 hours, and it was excruciating. And yeah, but I have some on my ribs, shoulder blades, on my legs, like at the back of my calf, thigh, like front and back thigh, and on my chest and on my arms. It's not too bad until they get to like the pit of the knee. Piper Kite, thank you for the follow. And also it depends, like if the person's really heavy-handed, it's going to hurt regardless. But and don't make your tattoo artist mad. Don't insult them in any way, because they can make it. There's ways of making it hurt worse. Nice, Walter. Got me beat. I took a break. I do eventually, like when I get caught up on stuff, and I would like to get some more ink. I have a Ren and Stimpy tattoo I need to get. I have a Hellraiser tattoo I need to get. I've not gotten one since like 2019, 2018, 2019. And I had a pretty awesome artist in Oklahoma City, but then I moved, so I don't know anyone in Cali. Word. What are you gonna get? Oh, right on. I thought about getting like a bat cave, like right on my hip, like on the side, like, and having some bats fly out and stuff. Wouldn't mind having a Batman tattoo. I definitely need to do a Batman piece. And since I want to start doing larger pieces, like, I think I should do like almost like a collage of the characters or something. Or I don't know, maybe it's a tough decision. I would just hate to pick some characters and leave some out. But also I don't want to do like 20 billion portraits in one piece. I just photoshopped together a reference photo for my X-Files one that I'm going to do. I'll be here, Walter. It's hard. I mean, it gets a little easier if you do it all the time. You know, the best thing that on LinkedIn Learning, they have an extensive Photoshop course. I never finished it, but I get it free through school. I don't know what the rates are if you're not a student, but they have, like, they provide files and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. So it's been weird with the filters lately. I think I've turned them all off, but I think sometimes it will still occasionally like try to filter something. It was really weird over the last couple days. Yeah, definitely see if your school has a LinkedIn Learning option, because they have every Adobe program, every Microsoft like I have so many courses I want to take. I did one on screenwriting before I switched my degree to screenwriting, and then yeah, definitely check it out. They like I said, the Photoshop stuff or any of the Adobe stuff, they provide the files and you can follow along. Chloe, thank you for the follow, and it's really helpful. And it's broken down into chapters and whatnot, and then you take a little test and you get a little certificate at the end. And I think it automatically puts it on your LinkedIn resume or something. But I've done that for like Excel and stuff like that. But even if your school doesn't offer it, I think you get a discount as a student. Yeah, I usually try to go until at least 6 p.m. Pacific time. And like sometimes I'll take like little stretch breaks, but I'll usually stay live during that. Yeah, I usually try to do noon to 6, but it's so hard for me to I'm such a busybody. Like and ADHD, you get hyper focused on something. Like earlier, I was cleaning, just doing a quick clean around the house, and then all of a sudden I had to reorganize all the camera gear, pulling stuff out of a closet that hasn't been opened in weeks, and labeling and doing all the cord management and all that. And then I was like, oh crap, I gotta go live. I'm sure others can relate. It's like none of my tasks would really take more than like 5 or 10 minutes, but then I forget to do them, and then when I start doing one, I'm like, well, might as well knock out a few tasks while I'm at it. So it really adds up. That's awesome. Kind of jealous of that. I thought it was cool. I got to go on the set of the 10th one, Judgment. But I think meeting Doug Bradley kind of tops that, because the 10th one wasn't that great. And it wasn't Doug Bradley. It was very funny to meet the Pinhead, though. I don't remember the actor's name, though. I was working at a smoothie shop in Oklahoma City, and my coworker's husband did sound on it. And she's like, you want to just go to set after our shift? And I was like, yeah, Hellraiser is one of my favorites. So we wandered onto set. I talked to the art director. They were almost done filming the movie at that point. But I got invited to film on the next project, which was the remake of Children of the Corn. I didn't make it to set, but I had the job offer. That's really awesome. I'm kind of jealous. Well, not kind of. I'm pretty jealous. That's really dope. Like, I don't care to meet a lot of actors. I mean, I work in the film industry off and on, so, Uncle Bill, thanks for the follow. So, I'm bound to run into some actors here and there, but he's one that I would probably, fangirl a little bit. Now you're just showing off, Walter. That's awesome. Uncle Bill, I am doing wood burning. I don't know the type of wood, but I got these on Amazon. I could probably look it up at some point. Thank you, Uncle Bill. How's your day going? And Walter, how was your experience with them? I haven't gone to conventions. I tell you, I've been to one convention. It was a sci-fi convention. And I actually got left there because at that point in my life I hadn't seen Star Wars yet, and I was a Star Trek fan, so the person I went with left me there. Danielle, thank you for the follow. Right on, Melissa. Well, Uncle Bill, I hope it becomes a better day, increasingly better. Sometimes you have those days. Like a couple Sundays ago, it was just not my day. Like everything that went wrong that could go wrong. I can laugh about it now, but that day was frustrating for me. Well, that's awesome. I should really check into go. Like I definitely want to go to like a Bigfoot or alien convention. You know, something weird like that, but also sci-fi, horror, whatnot. That'll be another good convention to go to. Maybe one day when I have some money, I want to go to like a tattoo convention or something. Well, Bill, maybe you can just hang out, relax. I try to keep it chill. Kick back. This is my relaxing activity. Like all week I look forward to this. Like my job's not stressful or anything. It's just I'd rather be burning. So it's hard to do a non-creative job when I want to be creative. That's the extent of the hard work I do. Spectre West, thank you for the follow. I think I'll burn a sign for work. I'd rather be burning and just hang it up on my desk. I just gotta get better at lettering. Lettering is not as you can see from my sign, my handwriting is atrocious, so trying to burn letters, like I'd have to print it out and trace it. Spectre Wes, thank you for the gifts. The TikToks. Yeah, lettering, I've had like... When I was a teen, I had done like this amazing portrait of the Beatles. And then I tried to do the lettering and it ruined the whole drawing. Convention vacation. That would be dope. Like just convention hop. I'm going to go to like a Bigfoot convention one day though. Been listening to a lot of podcasts and they keep talking about it, and I'm like, you know what, I want to go meet some weirdos. As a fellow weirdo, I like to go be with my people. Right on, Walter, I'll be here. Thanks for hanging out so far. Yes, Kimberly, yes. So I started listening to these podcasts because I have a lot of weird activity in my life anyway. Like I've never lived anywhere that's not haunted. And I've seen some pretty weird stuff in my lifetime, and you know, I didn't realize how weird it was to see this stuff until I started listening to these podcasts, and these people were like, I've never seen like anything like this in my entire life. And I was like, oh, so this isn't like a daily occurrence for you people. That would be a good place. I think there are places in Oklahoma where Bigfoot have been. I think it's like eastern Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma City, and then I stayed out in Eufaula for a little bit. And Lawton. I lived in Lawton too. I actually have on my my right thigh on the front, I have the X-Files poster, I Want to Believe, tattooed on there. But yeah, there's so, like, the theories behind like Bigfoot and some of these other cryptids, I'm kind of leaning more towards the interdimensional. Well, between that and the Nephilim, like I feel like I should know where Polk, Oklahoma is. It sounds familiar, I just can't place it. But there's some weird stuff, and ever since I've been listening to these podcasts, there's this website I get books, like Better World Books or something like that, where you buy a book and they donate a book to kids in need. And so it makes it really easy whenever I hear of a book or something on these podcasts, and I'm like, oh, I'll just go help out a child and also, feed into my curiosity about the paranormal, cryptids, supernatural, whatever. I'm an incredibly curious person, so give me something weird to look into and I'll dive right in. But if anyone likes to buy a lot of books, you should definitely check it. I think it's Better World Books. It does help, I guess, essentially fight illiteracy by donating books to kids who don't have access to them and stuff like that. And they have some incredible deals, like they have the bargain bin, which you can get books for as cheap as $3 sometimes. Oh, psychology is a wonderful science. I've not gone to school for it, but just out of curiosity, I like to learn how the mind works and stuff. So, it helps me a lot in life in general. When you deal with people, understanding, the why. Because some people are just, at face value, they're very difficult to deal with, and, people probably don't give them a chance. But if you understand the psychology behind it, see, Tackett, thank you for that heart. How you doing today? Understanding what makes people tick makes you a more empathic person. Or empathetic. Empathetic words. So it makes you a lot more patient with people in general. And at the same time, I say that, but it also opens you up to tolerate a lot more than you probably should in some instances. So you gotta make sure you're setting your own boundaries with that. That's something I struggle with. I'm more of a giver, so boundaries are not my strong suit. Oh, she's taking forever to shade because she's incredibly pale. I have to turn it way down so it doesn't scorch the board. Abnormal psychology, what is that? Interesting. The why of the why. I like that. Why of the why. Well, I wish you luck in your endeavors in that, because that is important work. I feel like if our country in general, like put more focus into helping understand why this stuff happens, which I know a lot of it has to do with our food. American diet is packed full of stuff that has adverse effects on the mind and body.
Do you do pickles or no?
What do you mean? What are you ordering this for?
Huh?
But I want to make burritos. Did you like chicken?
For lunch.
Oh, for lunch?
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. What are you ordering?
Shake Shack.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. Thank you, though. I'll just turn down Shake Shack. That doesn't happen. I don't know why I'm not hungry. I wish I was hungry so I could eat Shake Shack. So I have to actually cut out a lot of stuff in my diet to see how it affects, because your gut health is also your mental health. So I've been trying to clean up my diet, 1 for food allergies, 2 for mental health experiments. It is hard. So one of my food allergies is soy. I don't know if anyone else has a soy allergy, but that's like 90% of the foods on the shelf. If it's processed, more than likely, it has soy in it. I break out into hives. I have trouble breathing. It's getting bad. Before I would just I would just not feel great. Okay, whatever. But that's not how allergies work. If you keep indulging, it will bite you. And pork, I'm allergic to pork. So anything that has made with lard or oh man, celiacs can be pretty brutal. I actually used to help run a celiac buffet because I worked at this pizza shop in Tennessee, and we had a lot of people that, would be customers for years, and they'd get sick, because they had celiacs, and they're like, I just can't do pizza anymore, and the celiac pizza and stuff that they offer tastes like cardboard. So we, once a month did a buffet just for celiac. And we made some pretty bomb food. These people, their food tasted better. I almost, like that better than the regular crust and everything they'd make. We'd make lobster raviolis for them. Yeah, now that there's more awareness, this was 2005, I think, when we did this, somewhere through there. So, I don't know how, that's when I lived in Tennessee, and Tennessee doesn't have a lot of options when it comes to health food. So, I'm glad that they're getting more options for you. And, one of my weaknesses is chocolate, and chocolate has soy in it. But there's a couple brands that don't, but it's $5 for a chocolate bar. So, I'm learning how to, some things I already know how to make. I just don't make it because time, but learning how to cook without the ingredients I'm allergic to. And it really sucks. I'm also allergic to ginger and turmeric, and where some companies are switching from the artificial coloring to use turmeric for coloring. It sucks because it eliminates those foods for me. I love it too. I'm allergic to some of my favorite foods. Sometimes you gotta pregame with some Benadryl and hope for the best when those cravings get too much or too intense. to plug in my computer real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna lose my music otherwise. I'll be right back, Daniel. Whew, okay. Clean this off. I'm putting off shading the face as long as possible, but I think we're almost to the point where I can't avoid it anymore. All right, Melissa. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully, I'll catch you another time. For sure, Kimberly. If you post any of your stuff on your page, I'll probably check it out. Because I follow anyone that follows me during my live. And I like to check out their content. See what's up. Yeah, I usually go live on the weekends. I just had a long weekend, so I went extra days this past week. But Saturday, Sunday, I try to go noon to 6 Pacific time, give or take. Sometimes closer to 1 when I get on. Chris, thank you for the follow. Well, thank you. And to be fair, letters are hard. It's, yeah, I struggle with letters, so as you can see, that sign is not the greatest. I need to redo it. My handwriting's terrible. So it's just it's a lot of practice, that's for sure. And I keep saying it, and I will eventually do it, but I'm going to make a video of some of my older artwork to show some of the progress over the years. Yeah, that one was fun. Like, I liked that one. It was a challenge. But this one is hard because it's such a small face, and I'm dreading like shading this area. So I don't necessarily sign my name. I recently had a brand made, which video on the back of the coasters. Yeah, I've had my stuff across like other platforms, but it's just kind of scattered all over the internet. And unfortunately, a lot of my paintings and stuff got stolen, so luckily I have some photos of those already. Yeah, I initially tried to just sign Weird World on the back of everything, but it was very inconsistent. So branding is the way to go. Which that one wasn't too bad. I think it cost me like a total of like 30, 50, between 30 and $50 to have that made. And so I just brand batches. Um, the last song that was just playing, or this one? The last one. I think was Fluke by Hector Gachacha. I don't know how to say his last name. But on Spotify, this is the Pity Party Girls Club radio. Thank you. Austin, thank you for that follow. Brandy, thank you for that follow. This is frustrating. So these are, sorry, my camera's shaking. I'm trying to get something off my cart. My hands aren't working. These are frustrating because the portraits being this small are very difficult. Like these features are very little room for error. Yay, welcome back, Walter. Made a little bit of progress. More erasing than anything. By erasing, I mean sanding. This is definitely the most challenging part of this piece is her face. Having to turn the heat way down because she's so pale. Yeah, I have to clean the tip of this. This is what this is for. So with these, for the Coleman, Colewood, they come with this. At least my kit did. They have one that's actual sandpaper, but that one will actually erode the tip. But this one isn't supposed to erode the tip. Whenever you because you'll char it. And sometimes if it's just not burning evenly, that means I gotta clean the tip of it. Love, thank you for the follow. Sometimes I'll feel like I'm just going over a piece or a section like over and over and nothing's happening. It's because I probably need to clean my tip. On my cheaper kit that I had, I would use like regulars, like sandpaper or something. But on these, like, see, they're very thin. I don't know if it'll. Yeah, so it's very thin. And I think I have the polished one. They have a polished and unpolished. And the sandpaper will take that finishing off. And shortening the life of the tool. Now the older kit that I had, or the cheaper kit I had, was the tips were so thick it didn't really matter as much. Yeah, I can only imagine. I think the xenomorph piece might have been pine. I had a couple other plaques that it seemed like they were very moist and like something was like seeping through, so that makes sense. That's probably what that was. Wolf Graphics, thank you for the follow. That's good to know, because it definitely slowed the burn quite a bit. I feel like I need to take a course just on like facts about wood. Might be helpful while selecting supplies. 'Cause currently, I'm just focused on price and if it says treated or untreated. Yeah, it definitely, like the first like half hour of a piece, get kind of discouraged sometimes because it just looks like a bunch of blotches, and I'm like, that's why I try to keep like finished pieces around. I'm like, you just gotta see the process through. And like shading her face is going to take a while just because I have to have it on such a low setting. Miss V. Marie Intelligently, thank you for the follow. So, if it's like a portrait of somebody that, you know, especially if they're paying for it, I will usually load the picture on my iPad and trace over it. But regardless if I'm tracing or hand drawing, I will do it on tracing paper, and then I use transfer paper to put it on the wood. So that way, like, say if somebody wanted another, set of these, then I'll still have the line work. And also when I'm transferring it, sometimes I move the coaster and it's easier to line it back up if you have the tracing paper. And then I get like the I think it's charcoal that's on the paper that I use to transfer, or graphite or something. I used to just use regular paper, but then after doing, so I have this big piece that I wanted to do. It was going to be a portion of one of the panels from Garden of Earthly Delights, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen that painting. There's a lot of random detail. There's so many little details. And so I was trying to transfer the image over and I couldn't see where it was lined up and it moved, and I'm now having to start that piece all over. That was a big piece. Because the thing with like the graphite transfer paper, like this doesn't smear off and you can't erase it. You have to pretty much sand it off or burn it off. I wish I had a thermal transfer machine. That would be pretty dope. Like, what, a tattoo shop type thing? I think that's what we used. Nice. I've not even priced one of those. I have no idea how much they cost. Thank you, Odyssey. Sarah Baker, thank you for the follow. Well, this set is already paid for, but I do take commissions. I have an Etsy shop link in my bio. There's a link tree, and you can order coasters or a bigger piece, or even magnets. Oh, nice. Odyssey, thank you for the follow. Turn this up just a hair to get some of these details situated. Tortured Souls series? No, I have not. Please enlighten me. Jackie, thank you for the follow. definitely have to check that out. I never really had much exposure to comic books as a kid, but as an adult, I feel like that would be something I would seek out. August. Oh, interesting. Hellraiser. Thank you for the rose. I don't know if I said that right, but thank you for the roses. Hey, Snow, how's it going? Oh, thank you for the thunderbolts, or the lightning bolts. And the peppers? Thank you, Redneck Wookie. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for all these gifts. You got the GGs, the cat paws, the TikTok. I do like some corn. Oh, nice. I'm terrible with names. So Todd McFarlane. And the music and the ice cream cone. I'll have to remember that. I have been. Oh, I found out yesterday there's a way to tell. I've been live for an hour and 41 minutes. Yeah, thank you guys for all the likes. I had a little late start today. I got into cleaning and then I got hyper focused on one task and lost a lot of time. And Redneck Wookie, you totally could. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, but I would really like to start teaching wood burning and drawing and stuff. Thank you. Is it Hellraiser Art? I don't know if I'm saying that. I don't want to mispronounce your username. And I will. It's compulsive. I have heard of Spawn. But actors, creators, there's a handful that I know just from hyperfixating on something at one point in my life. Thank you, Alex Dela Cruz. I don't think I've really got into the Spider-Man world that much. Like, I think I watched some of like the cartoon back in like, was it the 90s or something. But I was more of a Batman fan. That was my jam. I think that was kind of mandatory in middle school, Snow. Vanessa, thank you for the share. Yeah, I listened to that type of music when I was early teen, just because, you know, it's what all the other kids were doing, and then high school I got weird with it, so it was like back in the day whenever you'd have to like record your songs off the radio, just have a tape ready, hit record when the song comes on. I'm not terribly familiar with Ghost Rider, and Deadpool I couldn't get into. His character, I tried watching the Deadpool movies, I didn't make it to the first one, because it was very overwhelming for me. Just like the way he delivers dialogue. I'm sure as like a comic book character he's a lot better, but I don't know if I've gone back to listen to any Christina at all. When Britney comes on, like, randomly, I do sometimes have to refrain from singing along. The anti-heroes. Sometimes they got some pretty cool characters out there that aren't like the necessarily front and center. Oh, Dan, thank you for the share. Yeah, I mean, as far as like, you know, like it doesn't, you know, scare me to the point of having nightmares or anything, but it is just a fantastic movie. Frida, thank you for the share. Snow, thank you for the share. Hellraiser is definitely like, 'cause I like gore, horror. I was watching a movie recently, and with the CGI blood and all that, it's kind of disappointing. Like these movies, like sometimes like it was bad effects, but you know, definitely better than the CGI stuff that I've been seeing. Like I love the body horror and stuff like that. Like yeah, I was telling Snow about that the other day, actually. Those are the only two I really revisit. Like, I've watched all but I think the 11th one I haven't seen. Because I just found out about it, and I felt like a terrible Hellraiser fan because I didn't know about it. But when I got to go on the set of the 10th one, I sat down and watched all of them, and most of them are terrible. I hate to say it about, the Hellraiser name, but the third one was ridiculous. The fourth one was alright. I don't know if it might be on Hulu. I haven't checked. I just, I looked something up recently, and I think I saw it on like the IMDb page or something like that. And I was like, oh, well, so I'll have to, I just haven't, I don't know, after watching all the other ones, I'm not in a rush to see anything new with the series. Maybe we should watch it later. Yeah, I mean that's one thing. Like with the series, if you're just watching it for ridiculous gore, then you'll get your kicks. Sometimes you just want to watch something gory. No storyline or anything really matters. But. Yeah, I made some progress on this one finally. It seems like it's taking forever just because the low setting. I'm used to like burning on a much higher setting. I never really got into the Saw films. I watched the first one, but I think I tried the second one. Well, there are 10 of them now. Oh, it still needs some touch up. I gotta fix her eyes a little bit. It's definitely... I messed it up a little bit earlier. Like, not terribly, just something's off about the eyes and I can't quite figure it out, so I took a break from it. Yeah. Can you grab me a glass of juice?
Huh?
Can you grab me a glass of juice?
Glass of juice?
Yes, please.
No problem.
Thank you, my love. how was your burger?
It was amazing. I feel bad for you.
I know, I wish I was hungry enough to have one. I'm gonna stretch my hand a second. I need to get a wrist brace. I have like these compression gloves, but they don't really help my wrist much. Yeah, like one of my favorite places here is Shake Shack, and I almost never say no to Shake Shack, but I don't know. It's weird, I have no appetite right now. And maybe it's because I'm just sucked into art. Art, it's great for diet because you forget to eat. Snow, you'll have to come out here and we'll take you to Shake Shack. Yeah, and then like I make it a point to like keep water beside me because I'll also forget to drink water. Nice Raiders hat. Confused. Oh, my wrist. Water. What is it? It's a chore. That's what it is. Yeah, we don't get many visitors out here. Everyone's scared of California for some reason. They think it's on fire and, you know, everyone's got a gun and they're gonna shoot somebody. Or something crazy like that, I don't know. There's always a million different things I've heard about the dangers of California. Oh, and constant earthquakes, obviously. Oh, that's right, I was gonna fix the ear real quick. My brain. Yeah, that's why I stay away from certain places too. There's certain people rather not be around. I mean, as far as getting robbed, I guess it depends on like the neighborhood you're in. Like we live in a pretty good neighborhood. But I mean, some people don't have common sense. Like they'll leave. Like I've heard people moving into a place and they just leave their U-Haul open, carrying stuff in without anyone watching. I mean, in a very populated area where there's a chance of somebody walking by, you might want to just like have somebody stand. I mean, even on movie sets we have fire watch where, you know, we could all be like in the vicinity, but there's one person on their lunch break that has to sit with the gear so it doesn't walk off. You know, just stuff like that. And I remember when I went to art school up in Baltimore, they made us watch this safety video. Be like, don't go to the ATM and count your money out in the open, stuff like that. Frida, thanks for the share. I've only been to mostly bus stops in Ohio when riding the Greyhound. And then I did stay for a couple weeks with my uncle in Waverly back in like 95. I can't really say much about Ohio other than the bus stops are terrible. Everything is terrible. There for a while, like I met some people in Tennessee that were from Ohio, and it became like kind of a red flag. But that's not always the case. Because I used to say that about people from Florida too, but Dan's from Florida. Not a red flag. Well, okay, so Ohioans that move to Tennessee, that's a red flag. How about that? What are they running from? Oh yeah, just willingly walking. I mean, I used to say the only way I would move to Ohio is if I moved to Defiance, just so I could say I live in Defiance. But that would more just be like a, yeah, probably wouldn't last too long there. Oh, word. What school is it? I haven't looked at art schools in 20 years. I did a pre-residency program in Baltimore, and then I was supposed to go to finish my degree there. Or I also had a full scholarship to Savannah, but I didn't want to go for architecture. My mom was so mad. She still reminds me that I should have taken that scholarship. So as somebody that has paid for art school in some way or another, the main thing that they're going to teach in school is how to accept rejection, because that is a huge part of being an artist, and how to take criticism, and also exposure. That's the main benefit of going to art school. Like when I went, I didn't learn much about different techniques. It was mostly about how to just thicken your skin as an artist. Nick Wilbur, thank you for the follow. Thank you, TikToker. That's the hardest part, I think, about being an artist, because, you know, it's in our nature to create, so we're going to probably keep doing it. And it is cool to learn, like, different techniques and whatnot. But if you can't take criticism, it's gonna be hard as an artist. And it's not easy, especially the first time you get it. That feedback is, you have to, like, take it and, like, walk away with it to process. Yeah, and, you know, the important thing is, it's nice to make money doing art, but you don't want to make art for the money. You want to make art, you know, to process whatever you need to process and everything. Hey, Quincy, thank you for the gifts, the live fest, and thank you for sharing. How you doing today, Quincy? There's been so many times I've almost given up on art because, you know, people are like, oh, I like your art, I love it. But then I'm like, all right, well, they want to buy it, so I give them a price, and they're like, oh, I'll just go to Target, you know, to get something. Whoo, Walter, I do know that. Like, I was always told this was a waste of time. It was really my only outlet as a kid. Because before I knew anything about psychology or anything, or processing, like, traumas and all that, this was like my voice. I'm doing pretty good, Quincy. It's a pretty chill day. I'm enjoying it. Got some good vibes going in the chat today. But yeah, I mean, people who are meant to create have to create, or say, like, self-destruct in some way. And there's actually a really good book that she might like. How old is she? Because I mean, I don't know what the reading level is on this book, but it's called The Courage to Create by Rollo May. For any of my artist peeps out there, if you ever feel insecure about any aspect of art, read that book. Sometimes when I get stuck, just like I don't have any motivation to do art, I'll read that, because you realize it's part of the process. Oh, I get cranky if I don't do art, because it's like such an important part of how I deal with stuff. And for everyone that tells people that they shouldn't do art, it's a waste of time, or, you know, they're not supportive in any way, they can go stick it, because, you know, people don't realize how art is a part of everything. Like my some of my family used to tell me that art's a completely useless skill. But I mean, like, who designs the cars that they drive? I mean, engineers obviously help with that, but, you know, like, any variations, like landscapers are artists, architects are artists. All right, I just got, so I have these huge mirrors in my room. I don't like mirrors. But I got, like, a bunch of brown paper. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to start drawing on the paper, make a big mural. I don't think my landlord would like it if I painted or drawn on the walls. away from the face. I don't know if I would ever burn this figure this small again. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm like, hurry up on this one. I want to get to Pinhead. That's my problem. I get so excited about the next piece. Like, I need to learn to enjoy the current piece that I'm on. Patience is not always something I do well. Okay, I think I can finally turn it up a little bit. Let's darken some of this in. Hydro dipping, that seems pretty cool. Yeah, I never tried that. Some people try to get me into it, but I have to pick and choose my hobbies because they get expensive. Real shocker, thank you for the follow. Oh, it's not annoying at all. Like, it actually makes the time go by pretty quick. I like answering questions. Usually it pops up and tells me it's filtered, and then it gives me the option to approve it. So nothing's come through filter like as filtered. I might miss a question sometimes, which that I try to occasionally scroll up to make sure I didn't miss anything. But I think I turned all the filters off. Filtered more than coffee. I just noticed that. Yeah, I tried to turn all the filters off, just because it was like filtering really random things like that were not offensive in any way. Yeah, I don't know. I know they've been doing updates to the system. So that it could be something in the algorithm that just the AI is not not doing his job right. It's hit or miss sometimes for me. Like, there's a lot, like this one has a lot of erasing on it, or sanding rather, because I'm struggling with it, but that's how we grow. I need to add the highlights to her lips. It's bugging me. I was trying to wait towards the end, but I don't like this part. Well, I mean, everyone has their own style. I'm still kind of, mine changes ever so often, but it's been a lot of time like searching for that style. Like I wish I knew exactly like how to describe mine, but still in development. Thank you for all the likes. I'm a little dark on this piece right here. So I got these, they're called, I think, sanding sticks. I don't know exactly what hobby they're mostly used for, but they got like, it's a hard stick. They're just like coated in, I don't really know if that's sandpaper or just like a, I don't know, like a liquid that was dipped in something. But it comes in handy. It's essentially my eraser. I think it would be good for maybe even your engraving and stuff, because you can really get into some tight spots. It came in a pack of with a bunch of different sizes. Like they had like these small sanding sticks, various grit, but it came with a whole bunch of those little the hard sticks. I think I got them on Amazon. Like, this is an assortment of sanding sticks. Before I would just use like my sanding sponge, but it's kind of hard to do that with the detail. You'd have to pretty much take the whole face off and start again. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I think it was like, might have been less than $10 for the whole pack of like, I don't know, there was at least 50. But it came with all those other sponges and everything, the other sanding stuff. I started to get like a metal one where you know, a metal sanding kit, but I don't know if that's what it's actually called. But they were like little bitty files and stuff. I think they were for jewelry making or something. I was just trying to find something that would let me do the highlights. Maybe that's what it was that I was using, but I don't know. I like the little sticks.